back, y'all. Oh, wait. All right. It works? We back, y'all. I don't look like I'm overly exposed because you know that cannon got us overly exposed. And this one does not. So you'll see the different clips, but hopefully they all came out. It's not as bad as I thought it would anyway. But we just got our SD cards. We are in the DOHA airport and they actually had them. So shout out to DOHA airport. And if you don't know where Doha is, that is in Qatar. So it's like everybody calls it like a mini Dubai. But yeah, so I like it. I think it's cute. It's a cute area we stayed in. Ubers are very reliable here. Ubers in Egypt. Let me tell you. Probably will tell y'all. Ubers in Egypt. We hit the train. It's cute. But yeah, I told y'all I wasn't gonna talk a lot, but I gotta tell y'all this. Ubers in Egypt, y'all. Scam artists. You hear me? And we're gonna do a story time. Me and hubby, I'm gonna let him sit there and tell you the story time. Or what happened with the Ubers. But like I said, I am not gonna talk a lot. We do have a lot of clips of this trip. I think we got more clips, I think, of this trip than we did of hubby's trip. Of hubby's 55 countries to 50. But mine is 5 activities to 50. Because y'all saw my birthday party. That was one. Then we did Egypt. And I did a couple of things in Egypt. Then the whole goal with Egypt was the pyramids. But I also did the ATV and the ATV, and I was supposed to ride the camel, but instead I rode the carriage. And then I was gonna do the safari, and we did do shopping, so we did a little extra, you know. And then so we about to hit Kenya and do the safari. So y'all check us out with that. And like I said, I'm not gonna talk a lot because I said I wasn't gonna do that on my vlogs anymore. I want my mouth. And if you do want to see me run my mouth, we did go live. We went live 4 times since I've been here. No, 4 times in Egypt we went live. So I'm probably gonna go live in Kenya, and that's probably where y'all gonna see us do the most talking. But with that being said, I'm out. All right, I'm gonna take y'all through our time in Doha. We are going to go shopping in Doha, but first we had to check in. Went ahead and got our Uber, who was super efficient, you know, and we didn't even have to ask for a black car. It was just, you know, we wanted a van, and a Mercedes pulled up. Appreciate it. And we went ahead. I think we did do black car. I'm gonna take that back. And we went ahead, loaded up everything in the car, and we headed to our hotel the night before our shopping event. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all watch us go ahead and put our bags in, get in the car, and I'll see y'all at the hotel. While I was checking in, hubby decided to go ahead and give y'all a little mini tour of the lobby and what they had going on. They had like a little coffee shop, and I believe like a little yeah, just a little coffee shop there in the lobby. So he decided to just give y'all a brief little walk through and look at it while I was finished checking in. Now the next morning we went ahead, got an Uber, and headed down to where the shops were. Now it was kind of early in the morning, so a lot of shops were just open. No, actually it was close to afternoon. A lot of shops were just coming back from lunch. So we got to see some of the shops that we really wanted to see. Hubby was checking out all the Egyptian oils, which smelled really good. Of course we bought some. And we were going through all the oils. This one gentleman right here, he had some of the Bakla rocks and the different types of oils that they make perfumes here in the States with. So of course we had to get some of those, and he really took his time. Everybody that he had You know, they came in, sat down, and he let you smell all of his oils. And you know, he just made it very personable. So he didn't let everybody in at one time just to buy and go. He wanted you to smell, and he talked to you, and he educated you on the Egyptian oils and what, you know, they represent in a different sense they can make, and the cost of each of them, and gave you good breaks and deals on them. So shout out to him. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all watch your shop. Now, if you can notice, we did not go to the mall. We love shopping with the locals, to give back to the actual locals and not to give back in the malls. So here I was purchasing two of the traditional dresses there, with the headpieces for me and my sister. And yes, the guy had every color, every style that you can think of. I haven't worn mine yet. I still have it, but I think I'm gonna just keep it, you know, put up for me. But yeah, I did get a blue and I think a pink for my sister. But yeah, so I like I said, if you notice, we're not in the actual mall. They do have a DOHA mall that everybody talks about, but we don't like to go to the mall because, again, I can go to the mall in any country and just shop, and you'll pretty much find local brands and some of those American brands in a lot of the malls. But when you go to other countries, I like to, you know, get what the locals are giving and shop with them. That gives back to them quicker than me going to the mall and shopping. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in as well. And you see, again, I'm shopping. I think I did buy, I think, a beige one as well, but you see he's bagging them all up for me. And after we get this going, I think me and hubby have a few more shops we look at while we're there. And then you know, I think we also have lunch there. So y'all continue to shop along with us, and I'll pop in and out and, you know, give y'all some heads up on what I'm actually looking for and what I'm actually buying. So let's keep shopping. So on this side, a lot of the stores were closed, and or just starting to reopen. So you don't see a lot of people on this side. It's kind of like, you know, you see the stuff outside or covered up, because a lot of the places, like I said, it was kind of lunchtime, close to lunchtime, and everybody, you know, dispersed or closed up their shops. But some of them was coming back from lunch. So you see people kind of like starting to move a little bit more on this side. The other side, I don't think nobody don't worry about lunch over there. Everybody trying to make their money. But on this side, like, everybody kind of dispersed. But some people were coming back. Shops were kind of opening up. So it's kind of like quiet on this side or whatever. But it still was a couple of shops that, you know, we got to see before we called it a day, because it is hot in Doha. When I tell you it is hot in Doha, it is hot in Doha. So and we had on dark colors, so, you know, we were like, and then we only made it a shopping day in Doha, and then the next day we were going to Kenya. So it was like kind of like a layover. I could have got one with a layover there, but I didn't. I wanted to actually stay in Doha. So stayed in Doha, and then went over to our next destination. So here you see, like I said, it was still kind of, everything was kind of closed. Like you had to go around in little like areas to like find shops. You know, you'll find one person open while the rest of them are closed. Like you'll walk like 6 shops and there will be nobody, and then you'll walk and you'll see somebody actually there. And like I said, we are there to support the locals, so it didn't matter what nick and cranny they were in. We were there to support in any way possible, and that's at every country that we go to, because it's always not easy for a lot of countries to survive that have little shops, because they look at their tourist dollars to impact them. Just like, I mean, I'm from New Orleans, so we're a tourist city here, so you tend to get that when you deal with countries. So here we found another oil shop, but I think they were kind of had some people in there, and we were kind of, hubby at that point that we had got educated by the other guy, he was looking for a certain oil that the other guy didn't have, that he was trying to look at the other shops maybe they had, but the guy was out. But we did go back and support the other guy. We did leave because we did want to go look for that actual oil, but we did go back to that guy and support, like I said. But hubby wanted the oil that the other guy didn't have, that maybe another shop, like he said, might have had. Because if you tell, when him and hubby was talking, the guy was kind of pointing to other shops that might have the oil that he had told hubby was pretty much one of the best oils. So we had went to the different shops to try to find it, and nobody actually had it. So we went back to that guy who actually educated us and bought from him, which we was gonna buy from him anyway, but we wanted to buy that actual oil as well. And here you see that they only just not sell oils, they also sell some perfumes and colognes as well. But the whole thing in Doha is their actual oils. So I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and finish watching us shop.
Awesome.
Well, I did tell y'all we were going to go ahead and go back to the gentleman and get our shop on, and that's what we did. And again, like I told you, he caters to his customers. He lets you come in. He did have someone right in front of us, that's why we were like looking at other places. And like the previous clip showed, the gentleman was, hubby asked for that cologne. He kept asking, people were saying no, 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 no. So we went back to him to get what he had. You know, I got my seat, you know, coffee. He was pulling out the oils that we were buying, going ahead and getting them all packed up and ready for us, because again, he was very informative, and obviously he had a lot more oils that we were used to than the rest of the shops that we had went to. And then he actually takes care, I guess, of his customers. Everybody else, when you come in, they ask you what you want. If you're not sure, they don't try to explain. He actually explained every oil, where it comes from, and all the origin of the oil, because Egyptian oils are one of the best oils to purchase, and they actually make perfume. So if you mix them, you could use them by themselves. They're very, 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 very good. And like I said, he was very informative. He do take, you know, you'll probably see people like wait outside of his shop, because he makes everybody come in, sit down, and shows them exactly what he has to offer. And after we finished shopping with him, we went ahead, bought what we came to buy, and called our Uber, got in our Uber, and headed on to our hotel to get our bags to head to our next destination. So stay tuned. Hey y'all, I know y'all been like, where have she been? But y'all been seeing other clips thanks to hubby cam. But on my cam, you probably like, where your girl been? But right now we are in Doha Airport, and yeah, we're about to sit and wait on some lunch before we head on to our plane to head to our next destination. Yes, so we'll see y'all in Kenya. Peace. I'm on.